Hi, I'm Carol Larimore.
I'm Jay Larimore.
Excellent. Jay and I developed our passion for travel in the 70s when we had a chance to study abroad in France. Since then, we work to travel. We've created an ambitious bucket list of places to see that we've been crossing off ever since. For most of that time, I was the travel agent, so I booked the flights and scheduled the day tours and memorized the train schedules. In 2011, we realized that the scale of the trips left on that list were far out of my skill set, and that's when we found Enchanting Travels. Since then, we began setting aside 3 weeks a year and have had 6 very memorable adventures with your company: Africa, South America, India, Nepal, Vietnam, Cambodia. Last week, Perik asked us for input as to the impact working with Enchanting Travels has had on us. When Perik asked that, I thought the first thing that was apparent to me was that it really lifted a lot of the fear and anxiety that I've had that goes along with traveling on these long trips. The 20% of the time I spent looking at my watch, trying not to miss a train, getting in the right line at a museum, impacted my ability to be in the moment. And working with Enchanting, I find that I'm in the moment. I'm really involved with the experience because I know that your team has my back. The third trip we took was to India. Vanita planned an incredible experience for us. We had indicated we wanted a spiritual journey, and she put together some events that were just absolutely phenomenal, and it really touched us in a deeper way than sightseeing did. We had always been looking up, looking down, breathing in deeply, but this was a whole new level of experiences. And since then, we found that it's allowed us to expand. It's expanded our horizons, it's expanded our awareness.
And in fact, I think the memories that I carry back with me home after the travel is one of the greatest impacts that Enchanting Travels has had on me personally. You cannot, for example, sit in silence as the sun rises over the Taj Mahal and not be inspired, or watch children carrying buckets of water from the local well or river back for their family and not feel extremely grateful. Watching a young man at the funeral pyre in Varanasi going through a ceremony that's probably centuries old and bidding final farewell to his mother, you cannot be unmoved. Being enveloped by the thunder and the mist of Iguazu Falls and not be in total awe of nature, or swim alongside a whale shark that's the size of a bus and not be absolutely thrilled, humbled, and maybe just a little bit outside your comfort zone.
A lot out of his comfort zone.
Maybe a lot out of
my
zone.
Out of his comfort zone. I think working with Enchanting Travels has made us better world citizens. We've become better able to be compassionate and tolerant because we're more aware of the world diversity, the history of the people, the world politic, the religions, how everything works together. Even as far with the environment, we're more careful about how we use plastics and how we consume water. There's a trickle-down effect that's been huge as a result of our traveling. Not only for us, but with our kids, our friends, our family. They've all been inspired by the trips that you've created for us and have ventured out to have their own adventures.
And people we know and people we don't even know who see photos posted occasionally on like Facebook reach out and are amazed and want to have the same kind of experience. So it's like ripples in a pond.
Which, when you're working for one client at your desk, you're really not. You're really working not only to inspire us, but to everybody that we know, and it just is like the ripples on a pond, like you say. So you're making a huge difference for the quality of life and the way people perceive.
Looking ahead, Carol and I trade every other year for who gets to choose the big trip, and 2020 is my choice. I was delighted to learn that Enchanting Travels is in New Zealand and Australia, and I'm prepared to be absolutely amazed and delighted,
Enchanted?
enchanted again.
They've never heard this before.
No.
I know it's totally new.
Yeah, it's probably is.
Here's to you, Enchanting Travels.
You've made our lives better.
Cheers.